Tonight on Alaska's news source, Alaskan lawmakers react to the death of U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham. Plus, the Anchorage Police Department identifies the drivers killed in the recent Potter Marsh crash.
And we've seen record rainfall in Anchorage today, and we'll continue the climb in those rain totals. I'll have details coming up.
And the Fairbanks North Star Borough looks at expanding the Chena River Trail as details on the roadblock in the way. Plus, the Bear Paw concludes after 5 days of fun, the new event that closed it out on a high note.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Alaskan lawmakers are responding to Republican South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham's death. Graham's office announced the senator had died overnight, and his office shared an initial medical examiner's report that suggests Graham died from a tear in his aorta. Graham served in the U.S. Senate for more than 23 years, and today Senator Lisa Murkowski reflected on her time with the late senator at Capitol Hill, saying in part, "It is hard to convey the loss I feel knowing we will no longer have his leadership in the Senate." And Senator Dan Sullivan reacted on his social media, saying in part, He was one of a kind, witty and wise, a true friend, and one of our nation's most important and influential U.S. senators." President Donald Trump also reacted, sending his condolences and ordering the flags at half-staff. We also reached out to Representative Nick Begich's office, but did not immediately hear back. The Anchorage Police Department has identified the drivers killed in this month's Potter Marsh crash. APD says 69-year-old Richard Horn and 51-year-old Heather Dean were the two drivers who died at the scene. Officers responded to the crash around 9 a.m. on July 1st. APD says a car going northbound crossed into the southbound lane, hitting an SUV. A third vehicle swerved to avoid the crash, and all three ended up in Potter Marsh. APD says the third driver was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And plenty of showers have spread across the last frontier, and more is on the way. Now let's check in with Bailey Braun at the Weather Center. Bailey.
Yeah, Michaela, we are looking ahead to even more of that rainfall. So if you're not a fan of that rain, I'm sorry, it's not going to be a great week for you. We have plenty of those showers moving in all throughout this upcoming week. But even just looking across the state right now, temperatures are feeling much cooler, sitting in the mid-50s. And that's a trend we are going to see reflected into Monday as well as into Tuesday. Plenty of that sunshine in parts of southeast with partly cloudy skies in Ketchikan, partly sunny skies in Fairbanks, where temperatures are feeling just a bit warmer, near 70 degrees. But that cool down again, as I mentioned, is going to continue as the week progresses. We'll see those temperatures back into the 50s Monday and even into Tuesday. We'll get back into the 60s by about midweek, but you'll notice that it's still trending in the low 60s. So still fairly cooler temperatures compared to what we normally see for this time of year. And so far throughout the day today, we have reached up to 7.72 inches in Anchorage, nearly 3/4 of an inch. And just a heads up, this is record rainfall, and I'll talk about that a little bit more during our full forecast. We've reached nearly 1/4 of an inch of rainfall into Bethel. We will see plenty more of that rain spanning throughout the overnight hours tonight and even into Monday. So if you think this is a lot of rain, just wait until we reach about midnight when we get the official record for that rainfall total through today. As we look ahead, precipitation chances are continuing as the week progresses. We'll see a climb in that rainfall by Wednesday, the next big kind of swarm of that rainfall. And again, that is going to trend all week long, so more wet weather on the way. As we look ahead, our storm is going to sit over south central and the Kenai Peninsula all the way overnight and into Monday morning. We'll also see those showers spanning into the Brooks Range, even parts of the western portions of the interior, and even into southwest Alaska into the Seward Peninsula. And then by Monday afternoon, we'll see that next storm begin to arrive, bringing in that next round of rain for much of the state. And those overnight lows will drop into the 40s in many places, just a little bit cooler. And even for tomorrow, highs sitting in the 50s. But I'll have plenty more details on your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Bailey. There was quite a bit of rain in Anchorage today. A walking path along the Chena River in Fairbanks is being discussed, but officials are waiting for a lower price tag to move forward. Alex Bangle spoke with the Fairbanks North Star Borough Mayor about what this new pedestrian route could mean for the community.
Between Pioneer Park and the Carlson Center, a footbridge across the Chena River may one day connect with a new pathway leading 1,600 feet along the north side of the river Topeka Road.
It could be a real treasure for this community.
In development for more than a decade, officials with the borough and Fast Planning have seen community support for the project.
The Chena River is an absolute wonderful asset of our town, so Festival Fairbanks has shown up talking about their excitement for it. People in the past have been excited for it.
But right now, planners are balking at a $7 million price tag.
That is too expensive. We are looking at alternatives that cut that price in half or maybe even less.
At issue is whether the path will be made as a boardwalk, whether it will be level with the surrounding area, and how high it will need to be built to avoid floodwaters.
We're waiting to hear back from the Department of Transportation on more specific different designs and the prices. The $7 million that's increased sixfold over the last decade is too much for us right now, but there's a lot of other alternatives that can still get the good use of the river.
Hopkins expects to hear more from the Department of Transportation this summer, and depending on when the project can be funded, he said he hopes to see construction begin in the next 2 years. Alex Bengal, Alaska's news source.
The Bear Paw Festival is wrapping up its final day of the year, this time bringing a new tradition. Jace Bertrand spoke with organizers to learn about the new Bear Paw flea market and as well as how visitors are reacting.
It is a rainy day here in downtown Eagle River as the Bear Paw Festival enters its last day, but it's not enough rain to ruin the fun for Alaskans, nor is it enough to ruin a brand new feature of the fair. The Bear Paw Festival marked its 41st anniversary with a new addition on Sunday, a flea market.
The rain has deterred us a little bit, but we have vendors, or we have folks that maybe they cleaned out their grandma's hope chest, maybe they cleaned out their closet, maybe they found the toys that they were hoping would go away from their kiddos, and just having them be able to sell those things.
A mix between a swap meet and a farmer's market, festival goers were invited to bring old items they no longer need or want to sell to new owners.
You can bring down whatever you'd like. We just ask that it's not a purchasable, like it's not something you're selling like earrings or things like that.
Festival director Kristen George says the market is an opportunity to connect different generations of Alaskans.
Eagle River is an old soul, and this is an opportunity to make that old soul come to life.
While the rain may have kept some buyers from making their way to the festival, George says she's confident the market is here to stay.
I truly think this is something that's going to get some legs, and it's going to grow. We had tons of people asking about coming down to participate. So I think that that's a really great temperature of the community that they're looking for those things.
A new addition to a treasured Eagle River tradition. Jace Bertrand, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.